rain will never fall. With friends like these, she'll conquer all. In a digital world so vast, it's the love that makes it last. It's the love that makes it last.
Hi, lovelies. This note is being made during the editing process because I felt there might be a couple of things I should mention for context, so bear with me. First of all, Film Guy and I were friends for several years. So this wasn't just some random online friendship that exploded in a matter of days or weeks. And this letter showed up roughly 6 months after I had fully cut ties with him, which is one of the bigger reasons why this hits so hard. And another thing is one of the last major arguments that Film Guy and I had, he had gotten his mama involved. And it was honestly like talking to two brick walls. So it's another reason that this hits so hard. And if I'm being completely honest, if I'd never gotten this letter, I would have continued keeping most of what happened between Film Guy and I private. So let that sink in. Anyway, let's, yeah. Okay. So what am I gonna do? You are not capable of that. I mean, she might be. You don't know. Watch me. See, this part of the reason I had intended to do Teddy Talk offline was so that I kept on topic. But it's fine. I'll deal with it. Please continue. Oh, it's fine. No, you're good. But now I'm starting to realize I probably need you guys here to actually get this out. So, ignore us. I can't ignore you, lovelies. How dare you even think that? So, in the past, I've talked about things that traumatized me, okay? Yeah, doing it alone could lead to spirals. Yeah, considering what gave me the idea for this Teddy Talk nearly made me spiral. Okay, so I'm going to come out with... Oh, actually, I'm gonna do a pin message. Heavy topic time. Gaming later. Or at least it's fairly heavy. So, okay. There are a couple things I will be very upfront about. Because there's just no beating around the bush. It's not going to get the message across. I'm not home, unfortunately. I will miss the stream. Oh, it's fine. Thank you for popping in, gaming. It's good to see you. So... some of you may or may not know someone named that Film Guy. And if you do know who he is, you probably know what happened. We had a falling out, okay? At one point, I called him my best friend. I had thought at one point that maybe we could have a future together. But we didn't give each other the boyfriend-girlfriend label or whatever. For a while, things were good. There were little things that I was glossing over Red flags I should have fucking paid attention to. I don't know if that's Ren or Emmy, but well done. So, to keep a long story short, we ended horribly. And we ended in a way where I blocked him on every social media account that I have. Because I told him not to speak to me again. And then I'm cutting ties with him. So, this was in the fall. Like this past fall. Okay? So to fast forward to about a week ago, I got a letter in the mail. Okay? When I looked at the fucking envelope, first off, my stomach jumped into my throat and I nearly threw up in my kitchen because I read the zip code and knew immediately whose address it was. It was Film Guy. And I thought, what the fuck? I told him not to talk to me anymore. What is going on? Why is he sending me mail? I opened the envelope, and as it turns out, there was a greeting card in it. And I was like, did this son of a bitch send me a fucking birthday card despite me telling him not to speak to me? That was my first thought, okay? So, I opened this fucking thing up. It's like a basic greeting card? Okay. Here's the kicker. It's not from him. It's from his fucking mother. Okay? His mom. Okay? No. I'm going to say a very hard no, Ren, because as much as I'm trying not to drama dump myself, because it is technically against the rules. Venting is okay, but drama dumping is a big fucking no. The only thing I'm doing right now is sharing my experience. Which is... Sorry, I'm trying to keep my brain on track here. So, it's a greeting card along with a 3-page letter. 3-page, not back to back. 3 pages! Thank you, Prater, for the 20 stream streak. That's amazing. Thank you. So, without giving too much, it was basically his mom saying how much she misses me. And I was like, I want... There's that side of me that tries to see the positive or the good in anything. And I truly, from the bottom of my heart, wanted to see this as a kind gesture. But I was freaking out. Every instinct in my body was screaming, this is horrifying. I hate this. Why? I had left such an impact that she felt the need to send me mail months after I stopped speaking with her son. And I do not understand why. She was intending for me to reply, too. She gave me all forms of ways to contact her. Like, I've got her email address, I have her cell phone number, and I'm like, what? Why? She was prying for personal info at the worst time. No, well, kind of prying? Yeah. No, that first part of the letter, she talks about a dream. Apparently, she sees me, and I'm looking, like I'm desperately searching for something, and I'm lost. And she's thinking that that's some kind of spiritual message. Like, that, like, you know who she's referring to in that. Yeah, no, I read it. And this description of the dream she gave, I have a little bit of experience with dream analysis. Because usually certain themes carry consistently for certain meanings of what the subconscious is trying to communicate. So when I read this over, my first thought was the representation of me isn't supposed to be aiming at me. Because, I mean, I'm like, just at a glance for my current point in my life, I ain't looking for much. Except for, how do I get Rev up here sooner? That's basically all I'm looking for at this point. But like, I'm not lost. There isn't something I'm searching for. So at least this is what I believe the interpretation may be, is that maybe she's looking for something and sees it in me or something, which, I mean, you could draw a lot of conclusions from that. Have a lemonade stand to earn money. Hell yeah. Trust your instincts. When they say something ain't right, there usually isn't, and sometimes the only positive you will find requires antibiotics. She sees you as a way to fix him. Yeah, see, that's... Nope, you're sad and desperately looking for him. Yeah, clearly. So, to not... I'm still unpacking this. I'm hanging on to this. Because those close to me that I first told about this was like, hang on to this for evidence. And honest to God, I'm gonna be fucking honest here. If Film Guy's family wasn't across the border, I would be pressing harassment charges right now. I would full on be throwing the fucking law at them. Because when I had very calmly and politely told Film Guy that we were no longer friends and that I was cutting him out, I feel like common sense would dictate that that boundary extends to his family. You know? Sure, I will say one thing. His mom felt more like a mother to me than my own mom did in some cases, but that does not mean it is okay to sneak me out. Like, you want any hope for your son? Discipline him! Yes, that came out extremely angry because of how much I dealt with. Like, it was one of those things where I have a daughter. I have a child. I don't need to take in another one, okay? Especially family that led to a man who refused to take no for an answer. Yeah, like, I'll more hold it to the account of he is not a... Yeah, but it's like... That lady, she is! And I, like... Again, I reiterate, I want to see the attempt at kindness or thoughtfulness, but because of how horribly things ended between me and him, and how much destruction he caused for me, and those extremely close to me that I would do so much for, I would probably kill for, I just... It blows my mind! But so... Now I get to my point. My actual point. Like, my whole... Why do I bring this up? What topic do I dare speak about? As a parent... I am a parent, okay? Parents should think long and hard about how involved they get into their children's personal lives, okay? Like, I understand maybe she did see me as another daughter, in a way. But, like, at the end of the day, I was still just his friend. I was Film Guy's friend. And in some ways, a little more. But, like, I don't understand what she was expecting. Especially because anyone here who knows me well enough knows that I'm not going to crumble and come crawling back and return the I miss you or whatever. Just no. When I cut ties with someone that harshly, I don't just burn a bridge. I fucking obliterate it. I nuke it. Okay? I want the bridge to burn and the land that supported it to disintegrate. Because what's in the past will fucking stay there. Yeah, you don't go back to pain. You're right. And what the heck did Rev say that made people snicker? I need to read it. I thought your point was on your head. Yeah. Guys, I'm gonna say a sentence in reverse. Guess what it says? Yes, Disco. You do not get access to me in new chapters. Like, part of me almost did want to answer. Just to say, don't contact me again. Don't mail me again. Or whatever. But if I had to compare this woman to her son, any attention is bad. Even if it is, you know, gentle reminder to kindly fuck off, still a bad idea. So I'm not gonna say a word. Y'all are amazing. Thank you. So are you. It doesn't take me long to decipher backward stuff. Also, well done. I'm sorry I spoiled it. In the words of Richard Pryor, I don't have a... oops, I gotta scroll up. I don't have a problem burning a bridge because I know how to fucking swim. You can call it premeditated because I downed the motherfucker in gas before I lit the bitch. I love it. Being brutally honest, he was showing domestic violence, red flags, and it was a relief when you said you were blocking him. Yeah! Like, again, there were things that I was kind of like... There were some major red flags that I was somehow excusing. And it took some of my closest friends. They needed to snap me out of it. 2 of them are here right now. But they literally had to go, hey, this is not good. You might want to do something. Might I make one serious suggestion though? If you do keep the letter, keep it in salt. I'm keeping it as evidence. Like I have it all here. I took a photo of it, I think. Let me see if I can find it. It's so weird that Clyde is playing right now. It's derailing me so much. Where the hell is it? I could have sworn I took a photo of it. I don't know if I saved it here. But yeah, it was 3 letters and a greeting card being like, oh, I'm thinking of you and miss you and blah. And I'm like, why? Just... why? I understand keeping it for evidence. I'm not thinking destroy, I'm thinking binding. Oh! Like, in a spiritual sense? Pardon, forgive me, Ashes, if I'm completely missing your point. I know you're onto something for good advice, and I'm probably failing to catch it. But I just, the other, okay, so the other topic too that I wanted to bring up is letting go. Like, anyone that writes regularly, it would have only taken half a page instead of 3. Yeah, no, the writing is big. It's also kind of frantic because the difference in writing with this letter compared to the, like, my address that was written on the envelope, there's a stark difference. Yes, spiritual. I actually really like this advice. Keep it in the envelope in a Ziploc bag. Oh, I think I got rid of the envelope. But I kept, like, the contents, obviously. In a Ziploc bag, then put that bag in another bag with salt. The letter reads as someone having a mental breakdown, which wouldn't fucking surprise me. But, yeah, so letting go is a thing that needs to happen, okay? Like, I end up being the kind of girlfriend who, when I meet the partner's parents, and no, I wasn't Film Guy's girlfriend, but we basically were without the title. But when we were that way, I got along great with his mom, just as I try to do with every important person's parents. Whether it's a romantic partner or just a really good friend, one of my bigger goals is to make sure I get along with the parents. Because, I mean, they're the reason that person is here. It's the least I can do out of respect. And then, I mean, the person who I'm close to is a combination of these parents. So, why not get to know them? It makes sense, does it not? It won't physically harm the people at all that way. No, you're right. I am gonna do that. I might actually do that on my break. Oh my goodness. Oh, I saw you snooze the ads. Thank you. I'll snooze them again just for a few minutes. But, like, okay. There is a point when you need to let go. Okay? I understand that her son is probably not over me. I don't know if he ever will be. Honestly. That boy needs so much therapy. But also, you're setting a terrible example by doing this. Like, just letting go in general is healthy. It is good for your emotional stability. It's good for, like, a lot of functions in the brain so that you can, you know, refocus your energy on other things. Dedicate your time to other things. It won't physically... So, no correlation to actions between the two. Wait, what? I mean, his mom should learn these 3 words. What? Get over me? Because that's a thing. Oh, wait. Teddy and Rev are perfect for each other. Aww, thank you. He didn't really keep me away from Jen, but he definitely didn't encourage me to contact her like Rev does. Every now and then he would ask how she's doing, and I'm like, I don't fucking know. Dan doesn't talk to me. Yes, he did hate the idea of kids. He was very clear to me on that. Okay. Trying not to shit talk too much, because I could probably make an entire stream about that. But I also don't want to do that. For many reasons. It seems like she doesn't understand the meaning of the word no. No, you're right. She doesn't. And neither does he. Quirky little fact. When I had cut him off, blocked him on Discord first, because that's the platform I use the most. Blocked him on Twitch, banned him from my channel. At first, I blocked him on Facebook, because we had each other on Facebook. I had unfollowed him on Instagram, and then, like, when you unfollow someone who's following you, you can remove their follow from your channel. Within an hour, he had refollowed me. And I was like, okay, that answers my question. Block. Like, my brain, as usual, tried to give the benefit of the doubt, even in that moment, to be like, yeah, maybe he'll actually stay away. Nope! Didn't happen! So, I had to block him. Hell, I had to reach out to a couple of other streamers that I know who were aware that we were close and tell them, hey, when you notice that we're not talking to each other anymore, we're not friends anymore. FYI, you're not imagining it. This is actually happening. You know, because I didn't want that to be sitting on anyone's mind. I tried not to give too many details unless they asked for it, but it was just TLDR, we're no longer talking. This is why we will not say hi to each other, or use the pillow command on each other, or even acknowledge each other's existence. So. Yeah, he'd pout when Teddy was supposed to be on the phone. Yeah. Yeah, Anne was, unfortunately, like, a substitute couples therapist. Like, she tried so hard to help. I'm still thankful every day for everything you did during that, Anne. Because you tried so hard to help. Forgot fads. But I just wish some people had more emotional maturity. I'll say it again, I'd gladly use my behavioral science degree to help friends. And you did damn well for what you could. But I mean, there's no use trying to talk sense into someone who's got their fucking ears covered going la 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 la. So. Yes! Mill, that was a really weird time to say that, by the way. I'm just gonna point that out. I expect you to have a little. You're on Twitch! Even Ren's like, It's a very awkward time to say that. Not perfect timing, but you do you. Yeah. Yes, exactly. Hi, Mill. Did you just... yes, give Anna a follow. I may be a fucking whack job, but I keep that side hidden. No, you don't. I'm kidding. It's Mill. Emotional maturity is not in his wheelhouse. Oh my gosh. Also, Bestie, when you put this out on YouTube, you can link my Ann Talk I did for Patreon. Oh, yeah! Oh, yeah, because you spoke about your year and D&D and stuff. Because, yeah, I mean, for those of you who are fairly new around here, or newer, like you came in after all of that drama, thank God you didn't have to see any of that. Like, Ann and I were in a D&D party with this guy and a bunch of other people who no longer talk to me, by the way, because they took his side. That fell apart, obviously. But it was the D&D side was crazy. I ended up putting out so much energy to try to help keep him motivated. Because if I hadn't, nothing would get done. Sometimes it still didn't get done, but that was just one of many things where my brain was like, something's very wrong here. You know, like partnerships are not, you both put in 50-50. Partnerships are where you meet somewhere. You meet. That's the point. Sometimes you can be 70-30, sometimes you're 90-10. But it was very much me putting in more effort some days. And or no, I worded that wrong. I was putting in like 75 to 90, and I was only seeing like 2 to 5. Yeah! Bestie! There's no way we just brain celled on that. So, yeah. But before I trail too much into blabbing about him, yeah. I'm definitely not giving her a response. And I will say this, because I have a feeling he still watches my videos. You know who you are. Stay the fuck away. You and your family. For the love of God, let me live. I had a hard enough time with my ex. I don't need you giving me issues too. Okay? Yep. That's where I'm going to... 39 minutes. Shoot. I didn't get my stream deck out. Ah! So that... Yes. That is... I'm not gonna waste any more time on it. I'm already getting into 40 minutes in my stream. Aw, thank you. Let me unpin that. Thank you, lovelies, for listening. I really appreciate you being here. Of course she can join the group hug. I actually feel a lot better now that I talked about it too. 'Cause, in case anyone here didn't connect the dots, when I had called into work and also not streamed last Friday because of the migraine, that letter is what triggered it. I was so rattled. I've been rattled. Thank you, baby. Like, I was so rattled by receiving that set of 3 letters in the greeting card that it triggered a stress migraine. No, read the pummel commands, though. He pummeled me with love and hugs. Besides, I like when he pummels me. I'm actually really glad I did this live instead of in like a private video. 'Cause yeah, you guys are right. I might have spiraled or I might have just rambled, but having chat here keeps me on topic or reminds me to stay on topic. In Disco's words phrasing. I had a mini heart attack. Come on. Okay, let me just remind you, Ren. You know who Rev is, right? You know he would never do anything to hurt me. Not unless I like it. Whatever 2 or more consensual adults do is between them. Right? But I thank you guys for listening. I mean, only in ways you'll enjoy. Right? I always wish I could have more emotions, but when something ends, I pull the life support to charge my phone. What? Lol? I know there's supposed to be a joke in there somewhere, but it failed so hard it was kind of funny.